So a record 180 homicides in Kansas City. 837 of those, 837 people have been killed over the last 5 years. This according to KBC.com. And we just had our first homicide of the year, which was a 70-year-old man who was out walking, was shot dead and found in someone's front yard. According to everystot.org, 1,288 people died from gun violence in Missouri. 2,312 are injured, making us the eighth highest in the country. And if you think this doesn't directly affect you, even if you live in a good neighborhood or whatever the case may be, it costs an average. On average, it costs Missourians $17.6 billion each year, of which 455.3 million is paid by the Missouri taxpayers. What that means for you is about $2,875 per resident every year, according to everystot.org. And we have representatives in Congress like Emanual Clever who say all the right things about background checks, assault weapon bans, and stuff like that. But it's been decades since anything has been passed, 30 years to be exact. And so last year was the first step that they took, which was a Bipartisan Safer Community Act, which essentially only gives background checks to kids under 21, which is very minimal legislation. And then they made it sound like it was something historic, but really all the things in that bill are not only very, very common sense, but should have been done a very, very, very long time ago. And that's just the beginning. I mean, we have a lot more to do there as well. Very minimal at the least. And look, I know our Second Amendment allows for guns in our country, and that's perfectly fine. I personally wouldn't carry a gun. I personally don't like guns, nor do I want them in my house. But let's remember, 54% of those deaths are due to suicide, and then far too many are with family-related fights and stuff like that as well. I've always said guns don't benefit the minority neighborhoods either. You got to understand, if you're driving around with a gun in Kansas City, Missouri, and you get pulled over by the cops and they see the gun or they find a gun, that's an excuse for them to pull out their guns and point it at you. And so we do have some bad cops that make all the other good cops look bad. And so we've had way too many incidents where officers fire at innocent people, and innocent people get killed. Now, and even if you live in a good neighborhood and you have guns, a lot of the times you see, like I said, most of these killings, 54% to be exact, are from suicide, or a lot of these kids in nice neighborhoods as well. They'll go out and do a mass shooting. Overwhelming American people agree that we need universal background checks. Yet our politicians continue to play politics with the American people. And I believe that so long as politicians like Emanual Clever continue to take money from organizations, they're going to continue to look the other way. They'll continue to say the right things and look the other way. And so long as there's money in politics, there's going to be corruption in politics. And that's very unfortunate, but we should be ashamed of the leadership here in Kansas City, Missouri.